Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and today I'm going to show you how to make a pretty neat refrigerator magnet. These are only like 2 inches across, so they're kind of a small magnet. But anyway, I've been making this Austin cutout and engraved for a lathe that actually sticks them to little pots and puts plants in them for Austin, Texas. So anyway, how I did this, and don't pay attention to some of the other stuff I got on the screen. I took it up and I ran the Austin and I uh, engraved it and cut it out at the same time, did a combination job. And on the top one here is actually red alder that you can buy at laser bits. It's 1/8 inch thick. Well, I was just playing around. This is masonite. Masonite's like pegboard material, but all of it doesn't have to have holes in it. And I painted the masonite first and let it dry really, really good. I think I put 2 coats of paint on it so I'd have a good coverage. But then I ran this one at a normal like 70 speed. Well, this one I ran at 30 power and 100 speed, really fast and really light, because all I wanted to do was remove the paint. I didn't want to melt the paint. These are actually stuck to my bandsaw, so the magnets are working. So anyway, I ran the job, and then I inverted the cut shape into a piece of uh, masonite, and for some reason I took the piece of tape off. Normally I would put a piece of blue tape here, and I ran this shape. Well, then your item's going to fit right back into that well you're previously engraved, and it's going to be perfectly centered. You haven't moved anything. But then I'm going to take it and I'm going to engrave a hole to kind of recess the magnet just a little bit. And I'll tell you why I'm going to do that in just a second. So all I did, I measured out the 2 shapes of magnets. There's the square one I used. There's the round one I used. This one is actually 2.48, and that's what I ran it at. The magnet actually measured like when I measured it with my calipers was over 2.5 or 0.25, just a little bit. But I wanted it really tight. Everybody's got scrap pieces of wood, so just put it up on a scrap piece of wood and measure it. And all I did to create that, I just made a circle, made it 0.25 by 0.25, and then let's zoom in here on it. And then all I did was color fill it. Now you can take the color fill away. I don't need this hairline. Even though they're exactly the same size, I don't want any chance of me cutting out that circle. So all you do in your test is you just put it up on your scrap piece and run the test. I ran it like at 100 power and 40 speed to get some depth for the magnet to fit in. If the magnet will come out of the wood, make it a little bit smaller. Just kind of play. You're working with scrap. But so I made mine 0.248 by 0.248. You can see it just made it a hair smaller. And then you can take that engraved dot and set it, in the middle of your engraving when you run your piece, and then just run a raster job and cut that out or engrave that out. As you can see here, I put the piece. This is the previously engraved. This is actually a painted one because you can see a little paint that got on the back of it. So I cut the hole and then put it back in that same shape. The laser knows exactly where it is. So then I ran the raster job and it rastered that. And then I added a little CA glue. CA glue is a woodworking term for, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, cryosilic, acrylic. I don't know. I shouldn't even have tried. But there's where the C and the A come from. It's actually probably 2 words put together. Basically it's a super glue. But in what I did, I took a matchstick, or you can use a toothpick and break off the sharp end and just put a drop on an extra piece of wood and then bring it over here and just coat it lightly in your hole, trying to get on the outside of the edge of the hole, and then put your magnet in there. And actually, I kind of had to press this down with a piece of wood. You can see a little bit of CA glue residue, but that's good because it's really so tight the magnet's not going to come out. But if you're going to sell these or sell them to somebody, you don't want the magnet ever to come out. You want to take that extra step. Anyway, these are pretty cool projects. You could do anything. You could do the shape of your state. I mean, if I was going to do this, I'd do the shape of Texas and put the engraving of Austin about where Austin is. And these magnets are extremely strong. I mean, this one in particular is a lot strong. These are really cheap magnets I bought, and like I got 200 of them for a couple of dollars. But they're strong enough to hold a magnet, or this piece of wood. This one would actually be strong enough to hold a sheet of paper or more to the refrigerator. And you don't have to go through this process. You can find plenty of magnets on Amazon. Here's 100 magnets that are 1/2 inch round, and they've already got adhesive backing, so you save the step of reversing it for $5.37 with free shipping. And there's a lot of magnets on Amazon, and so just shop around, make sure you get it small enough where it won't stick over past your edge. Anyway, hope that helped a little bit, and thank you for watching.